In this castle, we believe in magic. We have epic adventures, once upon a time, and in galaxies far, far away. We do wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff while going where no man has gone before. We know the answer to everything is 42, and that the odds are ever in our favor. We aim to misbehave, and we know that winter is coming. We do dress up and make believe, because in this castle, we do geek.
This is my group of people, the weird people who aren't necessarily defined by their weirdness.
People come out of here feeling good, and I think there's something magical about that.
I come here because I feel accepted, and here I do not get bullied.
It's like a fine blend of just like a lot of like cool stuff, a lot of cool people. Eclectic is probably the word, I guess.
I walked in and I've never seen a shop like this in my life because I come from Arkansas and a shop like this couldn't exist, probably even as a chain, but like to find a one-of-a-kind store like this is just next level.
It's a place of magic. I mean, we make people happy here, and that's our biggest goal. So, it's a castle. It's a magic castle.
I live 10 blocks away from the old store, so I used to walk down when I was a little kid and like come in and play with all the weapons and like all the costumes and stuff. So I always kind of had an affinity for that when I was younger, and that kind of carried over when I started working here.
Hi, I'm Betty Arca, and I am the originator of the Wizard's Chest. We started the Wizard's Chest at the time that Dungeons and Dragons had been popular for about 3 years, was just beginning to get mainstream with the younger generation. Started basically in the colleges. And I figured that the Wizard would be something that opened everybody's world. It didn't just have to be Dungeons and Dragons, but the idea of an all-knowing wizard like in The Wizard of Oz, The Hobbit. I loved J.R.R. Tolkien, so I kind of went off his Middle-earth fantasy feeling. That's who and what I wanted the Wizard and the Wizard's Chest to be.
I think my favorite thing about the Wizard's Chest is that it's sort of a department store of fun. You know, the way that it sort of grew up department by department, and it is a department store, but every department's fun.
I mean, I really like Wednesdays because a lot of the role-playing crowd comes in, so you get to see a lot of different spins on different RPGs. So like D&D or Pathfinder, Star Wars RPGs. There's also X-Wing going on that night, so Wednesday's a good night.
A couple days ago, we had a blackout. And it was just, the middle of the day. None of the managers were really here. And a bunch of guys were just like, oh no, it's the end days, it's the end days. They started like grabbing prop weapons, like started throwing together like these weird post-apocalyptic outfits with like one of the plague doctor masks, they're getting ready to just like walk around the store going like, ah! And then one of our managers walked in, along with somebody else who had just come back from lunch, and the power came on immediately after they walked in. So there was a running joke for a while here where they were the angel of light and like their partner, and they saved the world from the end times or something weird like that.
Most of the work that I do is about storytelling, and this store is certainly about storytelling. It's all kinds of different stories. And again, all the product relates to some kind of story. Well, I'm Lonnie Hands-On. I've been designing for the Wizard's Chest since 1981, which I guess is going on 35, 36 years, and have seen the store through 5 locations, 4 moves. It started out being this tiny little store that was meant for boys that were around 12 years old, right? That's kind of where it started. And it has kept this is a really safe place that it feels like you really can explore and learn and get to have all the different things that normally you would have to go to 8 or 10 different stores for. So I think that's the coolest part is it's community.
You can always tell who has never come into the store before because most people, why they're like, they'll point it out where their kids will be like, oh, the dragon! And it's kind of like a hallmark of like your first experience. It's kind of next level. It's like, that's the type of detail that like wasn't necessary but totally makes it on that other echelon of magic, I guess.
I think the old wizard, he doesn't talk anymore, but that's probably my favorite. I designed many wizards over the years, starting in 1981. That was our first job, was to design a wizard that would stand outside of the store. And it was made out of an old mannequin and a rubber mask. And I think we did 6 different wizards, the ones that were inside the store, not the metal one that stands outside.
Well, I got hired behind the makeup counter, which I enjoyed doing for a long, long time. I really like doing gore and special effects makeup. So for me, things like the zombie crawl becoming popular during the same time that I was working here was a lot of fun. But now I am the shipping manager, so I actually don't spend a lot of time on the floor. And right now my favorite thing is purchasing Frisbee golf discs for our outdoor section. I have a personal Frisbee golfing issue, so.
Well, magical definitely is the best word to describe this place, but I would say one of a kind. Yeah, haven't seen too many stores like the Wizard's Chest, so definitely got a special place.
Yes. What's going on now is exactly what was going on at the very beginning in 1981. There were games, hobbies, a little science. I was trying to get really nice chess games and backgammon. And the cheap thrills, we call them, all the kooky stuff, the fake ants and the, all the silly stuff. Puzzles. Jigsaw puzzles we had, and then of course we had the costumes.
I mean, this is a really fun place to goof off and have fun with your friends and really just have a good time. We do a lot of work. We play a lot of games, do a lot of pricing. It all kind of blends together. Like all the stuff that we do throughout the day is work, but it doesn't feel like work because this is such a fun place.
It doesn't seem like when you're in here that there are really cliques or anything. I think people, everybody that's here sort of has the same temperament. It's not like you've got bikers and role-playing game people in the same space. Everybody that comes here is here because they enjoy it. They enjoy the place.